For today's writing assignment, we're focusing on the story Half Chicken and the main character, Half Chicken. Remember, Half Chicken is a folk tale. It's a story that's been told over and over again. It teaches us a lesson, and it has many characters that are animals that act like humans and talk like humans. So let's think back to the story for a moment. One of the words that comes to mind when I think of the character Half Chicken is vain. If you take a look at the page I have here from the story, they even describe him as being very vain. Let's see if we can figure out what that word means. I'm going to read that page back to you. Soon the hen was surrounded by animals who wanted to see the strange chick. One of the ducks said, "But he only has one wing." And one of the turkeys added, "Why, he's only a half chicken." From then on, everyone called him Half Chicken. And Half Chicken, finding himself at the center of all this attention, became very vain. There's that word vain. Thinking about the sentence that it's in, someone who's at the center of all attention. The word vain means someone who wants to be at the center of attention, someone who is excessively and extremely proud of their appearance. This type of person cares more about what someone looks like than about how someone acts. Think about that right now. What's more important to you? How someone looks or how someone acts? So remember, this was part of the reason that Half Chicken decided to leave Mexico City, to leave his hometown and find Mexico City so that he could visit the Viceroy, because he thought everyone there would think he is so unique and amazing and special that they would give him tons of attention too. Of course, we know it didn't really turn out that well for him, did it? So again, that word vain, that's what we're going to focus on for a moment here. For today's writing assignment, let's take a look at our performance task. It says Half Chicken was very vain. However, he also showed that he could be thoughtful of others. Think of the ways Half Chicken was thoughtful and helpful. It's kind of neat. There's two words that have suffixes in there to describe him, thoughtful and helpful. Write a paragraph to explain ways he was helpful. Use text evidence from the story. Write an opening sentence to begin your paragraph. Write a closing sentence at the end. So I've made up a smaller version of our graphic organizer that we can use to help us brainstorm ideas for this paragraph. So think about that now. What makes a great paragraph? How do I include text evidence in my paragraph? Well, a lot of times when we do these performance tasks in class, we can use some of the information in the question to help us with our topic sentence. So you'll notice when I was thinking about my topic sentence or my opening sentence, that I know this paragraph is about how Half Chicken was very vain. However, we know he could be very thoughtful and helpful as well. So I might want to take those two details, Half Chicken was vain, he could be thoughtful, and turn them into one good topic sentence. Once I've done that, I can move on to my descriptive details. Remember, when I'm making a well-developed paragraph, there should be 3 or 4 really descriptive detail sentences. Kind of made this one easy for us today. If we're trying to give examples of ways that Half Chicken was thoughtful or helpful, there were 3 characters in the story that he helped: water, fire, and wind. Now, when you're writing your detail sentences, I don't want to see a sentence that says, he helped water, he helped fire, he helped wind. I want you to be very specific with the ways that he helped each of those characters. And the great thing about the word helpful is that there's many synonyms I can use to change up my writing when I do these descriptive detail sentences. I could say Half Chicken was very helpful. Half Chicken was very thoughtful. Half Chicken was able to help another character. So make sure each of your sentences has a different word, though it could be a synonym for thoughtful and helpful. And make sure each of those sentences is very specific, because remember, this is where I have my text evidence. I have to make sure that I show the person who's reading it, Miss Allen, that I know what happened in the story, and I can prove it using details from that story. So be specific. And then finally, we need to write a conclusion sentence or a closing sentence. Well, you guys did a great job sending me videos explaining what the lesson that was learned from this story was. So I got thinking maybe it'd be a cool way to finish this paragraph. Think about the lesson that Half Chicken learned. And you could finish up your paragraph by saying, Half Chicken learned, and then give me that lesson. All right, I can't wait to see your journals. Do a great job. Don't forget to include that text evidence. I can't wait to see them.